Comfort does not look like an enemy. That is why it wins. It does not arrive with sharp teeth. It arrives as a warm bed, a full stomach, a glowing screen, a soft excuse that sounds almost reasonable. Rest today. Start tomorrow. Think about it a little more. Cute little whispers. And somehow, they bury people alive. Not in one dramatic collapse. No, comfort kills slowly. It takes 1 hour, then 1 day, then 1 year. Then suddenly you are standing in front of your own life thinking, how did I get this far away from the person I wanted to become? That is the trick. Comfort never feels dangerous in the moment. It feels safe. But safe can become a prison when you stay there too long. And the worst prisons are the ones you decorate yourself. You call it peace. You call it balance. You call it, I'm just taking my time. But deep down, you know, you are not taking your time. You are wasting your chance. There is a difference, and your potential knows it too. That is why silence hurts sometimes. That is why doing nothing feels heavy. That is why scrolling for hours does not satisfy you anymore. Because some part of you is still awake under all that noise, still tapping on the glass, still asking why you keep choosing the smaller life. You want the truth? Planning is not progress. Watching videos is not progress. Talking about your goals is not progress. Making a beautiful little list is not progress. Even hating yourself for not doing the work is not progress. It is just pain wearing a mask. The only thing that changes the story is action. Ugly action. Small action. Imperfect action. The kind that does not feel cinematic. The kind nobody claps for. The kind that starts with you finally closing the door on your own nonsense and doing the thing you have been avoiding. Because that thing, that one uncomfortable thing, it is usually the key. The workout, the page, the call, the application, the apology, the business, the study, the step, the thing you keep circling around like a scared animal. That is where the magic is hiding, not in your comfort, not in your fantasy, not in the version of life where everything feels easy before you begin. Growth does not ask if you are comfortable. It asks if you are willing. And if you are not willing to suffer a little for the life you want, then be honest. Stop calling it a dream. Call it entertainment. Something you visit in your imagination when real life feels boring. Harsh? Good. Soft words already failed you. Maybe now you need the kind of truth that makes your chest tighten a little. Because your future is not being stolen by one big enemy. It is being traded away in tiny, comfortable payments. 5 more minutes. 1 more episode. Another lazy morning. Another promise made at night and abandoned by breakfast. This is how people disappear from themselves. Not because they had no talent, because they kept choosing relief over growth. So today, do not wait for a perfect feeling. Do not wait until fear leaves. Fear may sit beside you the whole time. Let it sit. Just do not give it the steering wheel. Take the next ugly step. Do the work badly if you have to. Start messy. Start nervous. Start tired. But start. Because once you move, the fog begins to break. Once you act, your mind stops pretending helplessness is wisdom. And once you prove to yourself that comfort is no longer your master, you become dangerous to the old life that kept you small. You do not need to see the whole road. That is another lie people use to stay still. They stare at the mountain, panic at the height, then pretend the problem is strategy. No, the problem is fear wearing glasses, looking intelligent, acting mature, but still fear. You do not need the whole map. You need the next step. That is it. One step, then another. Then the road starts revealing itself like a dark hallway with one broken light at a time. Not beautiful, not comfortable, but enough. And enough is all you need to begin. Most people ruin their own life waiting for certainty. They want guarantees before effort. They want confidence before proof. They want success before sacrifice. What a lovely little fantasy. Life does not work like that. Life gives you fog, pressure, doubt, and a small chance. Then it watches what kind of person you become inside the uncertainty. That is the test. Not whether you feel ready, whether you move while shaking, whether you keep going after failure embarrasses you, whether you can lose, learn, and return without turning pain into a permanent excuse. Because failure is not the monster. Quitting is. Failure teaches. Quitting haunts. Failure leaves bruises. Quitting leaves ghosts. And those ghosts do not scream. They whisper, late at night. Years later, when the room is quiet and your life looks safe but your soul knows the truth, they ask, why didn't you try? Why did you choose comfort? Why did you let fear make the decision? That is the regret you must outrun. Not with panic, with discipline, with one honest action today. Stop making your dream fight for attention against every distraction you refuse to cut off. Your future is not losing because your competition is stronger. It is losing because your focus is leaking everywhere. A little scrolling, a little delay, a little useless drama, a little, I'll do it later. And then you wonder why your life feels stuck. Come on, be honest with yourself. Your life will not change until something in your pattern changes. Wake up different. Work different. Choose different. Remove something. Start something. End something. Say no to something. Say yes to the uncomfortable thing that keeps calling your name. You do not need to become a machine. You are human. You will feel tired. You will feel scared. You will have days where your mind feels like a room full of broken glass. Still, take the step, not because it is easy, because it is yours. That next step is your proof. Proof that fear can speak but not rule. Proof that comfort can offer itself but not own you. Proof that the old version of you is no longer allowed to make all the decisions. And slowly, this is how you change. Not in one dramatic explosion, but in small acts of rebellion against the person you used to be. One morning, one choice, one finished task, one uncomfortable truth accepted without running away. Then something strange happens. Your confidence stops being fake. It stops depending on compliments. It starts coming from evidence. You trust yourself because you watched yourself continue. You respect yourself because you stopped abandoning yourself. You become calmer because you are no longer carrying the shame of knowing you are not trying. That is peace, not the soft peace of doing nothing, the deep peace of finally moving in the direction of your own life. So take the next step before regret finds you sitting there again, before comfort convinces you to waste another season, before your potential gets tired of knocking. Do the thing badly, slowly, nervously, alone, but do it, because the life you keep begging for is hiding behind the work you keep avoiding, and the door will not open because you planned. It will open when you move.